What is virtual wholesaling? I'm going to share with you what it means to me and the 3 components, all right, to be able to virtually wholesale houses. I think some of you are getting it wrong about what virtual wholesaling means. Now, it might mean, it might mean different to everybody, but I'm going to give my take on it because I've heard a lot of people said virtual wholesaling means you have to be in a completely different states. That's not what it means to me. What it means to me is that if you're doing it virtually, which means you never physically there, like which means you don't meet the seller, you don't see the property, you don't need to meet the buyer, like you're never physically there. That's what it means to me. So whether you're doing it in states or out of states, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're not there, it means you're doing it virtually. That's what it means to me. But as an Asian dude, high school dropout, what do I know about, what do I know about the vocab? But that's what it means to me. So anyways, agree or disagree, comment below and let me know your thoughts on this and your take on it. Because so many people think that to have the title as you're a virtual wholesaler, it means you have to be in a completely different state. So what they're doing is they're seeking elsewhere instead of their own states. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be in your own state, the property can be 10 minutes away from you, 15 minutes away from you, but if you're never physically there to see it and you're able to close all the deal without being there, it means you're a virtual wholesaler. That's what it means to me anyway, right? I'll call you a virtual wholesaler. So, so I still wholesale in my states. There are properties that are 15 minutes away from me, 30 minutes away from me, but we locked you up under contract all over the phone. We never seen the seller. We never seen the property. We never meet the buyer. It's all done virtually, okay? So that's, to me, is virtual wholesaling. So don't get it confused. Don't feel like you have to jump into another state to own that title, man, okay? I think the biggest thing is when you're starting out, I honestly recommend you trying to look in your own state first and see if there's opportunities there, right? And trust me, I think there's opportunities in your own states. If you want to do it virtually, here's the first thing that you got to master. Number 1, right? These are the 3 components I'm going to share with you. Number 1 is you have to be able to lock the property up under contract all over the phone. Number 1. That's the number 1 thing, man. The number 1 thing for you to do it virtually is you got to master that. And this is without building a team, having your team go out there. Having your team go out there and lock it up on that's not virtual anymore, right? To me, that's not virtual anymore. You got a team to do it. Maybe you're virtual, but your team still has to do it. So the number 1 is you got to be able to lock it up under contract over the phone. I know a lot of people are having a hard time with doing this because they don't have the key components, right, to know how to do that. So if that's something that you want to master, man, check out my Khang seller script package. I'll show you exactly how to do it, right? I'll show you how we talk to the seller, how I talk to the seller, how I train my VA up, and how they can able to lock it up on a contract over the phone, and how other people have bought the script and have locked property up on a contract all over the phone. All right, it's the way that you communicate and talk to them. Right, so the link is in the descriptions if you're interested in it. It's $4.95. Okay, now the second component is that the second one is that you gotta build foot on the ground. You gotta have someone there to be able to facilitate the showing for you. Okay, so what I mean by showing is that this is when it's time where you got a property locked up in a contract. You mark it out to your buyer, and now your buyer wants to do a walkthrough on the property. Well, you need somebody there to facilitate the showing, to keep the seller and the buyer in check, in line, so they don't try to go do a little funny business, right? You know what I mean? That way they're not discussing price and things like that. So you need to build foot on the ground, and the way to do that is you got to reach out to other wholesaler and realtor in the local area. Reach out to other wholesaler, other wholesaler or the realtor in the area and network with them and build relationship and build connection. And over time, eventually you will have someone in that market that will facilitate and do that showing for you, okay? Now, maybe you have brother, sister, friend, maybe you have some acquaintance, maybe you have some friends that have a friend that live in that area that can do that for you. So network and try to build a right network and try to have that one person there to do it for you. And you ask me, well, Khang, how much do I pay that person? Well, the best answer to that is ask them how much they want. Always, always, always. If you follow me from the get-go, from the beginning, you know it, man. I do not ever mention a number. Always ask the other person what they want first, because you want to know what do they think is fair, what makes them happy, okay? And then, but let me give you a price. I give them, because normally it only takes about an hour, right? Normally it only takes about an hour. So what's fair is roughly about, you know, I mean, $50 to me is fair. That's an hour, $50, okay? But some people will say, hey, $30, $25, right? They think, okay, it's an hour of my time, and if they're making $15 an hour, $20, $25, $30 an hour, that's a lot to them, okay? But for you, it's like, hey, if this deal closed, you're making $5,000, $10,000, so it's nothing to you, okay? I mean, $50 to $100, right? It depends on how far they have to drive as well, all right? And then number 3 is taking pictures. Now, maybe that person can go take pictures for you too. If not, I'll give you this website. It's called WeGoLook.com. They will go out there and take pictures for you. But before you hire them, what you need to do first is ask the seller, right, to send over a picture for you. If the property's rented, ask the renter. Ask the seller if they can ask the renter to shoot over pictures to you, okay? Now, if the property's vacant, or maybe the seller couldn't do it because they're old, they're not high-tech, or maybe the renter doesn't do it, right? Then you need to check that website out. It's called WeGoLook.com. They will go there on behalf of your company, and they will go there to take interior and exterior pictures, and they'll email it over to you, and it costs about $80. They will also do a full inspection for you, right? So WeGoLook is almost like Uber, so they will connect with local contractor in the area to do a full inspection report for you and give you an inspection report of what all the repairs that's needed to be done to the property. Now, they're not a licensed inspector, right? They're not a licensed inspector, but they'll be able to give you a report as a contractor, right? And that costs about $100 and something. So those are the 3 things that you need, all right? That you need to be able to do it virtually, okay? So anyways, I hope that adds some value to your day. And if it does, then come on, man. Shit. Show me some love. Smash the thumbs up if you're new to the channel. Boom. Smash the subscribe button. Turn on the bell notification so when I upload a new video or when I go live to say what's up, then you get notified, then you can jump on and we can chit chat, okay? Now, for those of you who wants to take your life, your business to the next level, if you're tired, right? If you're tired of trying to figure this business out, maybe you're trying to scale your business, or maybe you're trying to do your first deal, you're lost, you're confused, you're overwhelmed, you're stressing out, like you don't know which direction to go. You don't know where to put your money, right? Where to put your money in marketing that will generate you the best results, right? Maybe you have a few $1,000, you have a few $100. I'll show you what's the best way, right? What's the best way to spend your money? How to put the whole entire business system together. I'll give you all the tools, all the strategies, all the network, all the connections. I'll give you all the company that we use, everything, a whole entire business blueprint for you just to copy and duplicate. So spend a whole entire day with me. I'm running a 2K web class. This is the 3rd time I'm doing it because so many of you said, hey Khang, can you do it again? Can you do it again? We already got a couple people sign up. It's only for 20 people. It's $2,000 per person or per couple. Maybe you have a business partner. All right, but it's $2,000 per person or per couple. Okay? And it happened on September 28th, which is a Saturday, end of the month. If that's you, shoot an email over to Wholesale to Millions at gmail.com, subject 2K web class, your full name, and we'll send you the link to make the payment. Once you make the payment, we'll lock you in. It's only for 20 people. I'll give you all the tools, all the strategies, all the companies, all the systems. I'll lay it out for you. I'll share with you exactly how everything works. I'll show you exactly how to put it together, right? So you can start off on the right foot. Get your system together and start building your team. If you want to scale, you cannot scale without a system and a team in place, right? And if for those of you who are new, you're lost, you're confused, you don't know which path to go, I'll give you a clear action plan to copy, to duplicate, to walk away, know exactly what you need to do to start generating leads and to start closing deals. On top of all that, I'll include the King Kong script and the Lawn Super Marketing Blueprint. So you get everything for $2,000 and you get to spend the whole entire day with me. On the web class, we'll be able to interact, so you'll be able to ask me questions. My goal is to unlock anything that's holding you back. Unlock anything that's trying to hold you back to get to the next level. So my goal on that day is for you to come and say, Khang, here's where I'm at, man. Here's my current situation. And here's where I'm trying to go to, right? Here's where I'm trying to get to. And I'll give you an action plan, a blueprint of exactly what you need to do to reach that goal. So I want to be your GPS. And this is for those of you who say, Khang, I'm just tired, man. I'm sick and tired of trying to figure this thing out. 3 months go by, 6 months go by, a year go by. I just don't want to look back and feel like I haven't gone anywhere. Feel like I'm still in the same spot. Feel like even if I'm moving, I'm barely moving in the direction that I want. And I'm just ready, man. I'm just ready to take I'm ready to change my life. I'm ready to take it to the next level. I'm ready to now end 2019 strong, knowing what I need to do and crush it in 2020. Maybe for those of you trying to scale your business, maybe you've done 1 deal or 2 deal, but it's like this. You get 1 deal a month, and then the next couple months you don't close any deals. I will give you a clear plan so that way you can be more consistent on closing deals, right? Generating consistent leads and closing consistent deals. I'll share with you what's the best marketing that's currently working for us right now that generate us the best results. I'll share with you the company. I'll share with you everything. If you want to go into a whole completely different market, I'll help you dissect your own market. I'll help you figure out another market to go into, and I'll show you exactly how to do it all virtually on that day. So if that's you I'm talking to, shoot an email over to Wholesale to Millions at gmail.com, subject 2K web class, your full name, $2,000 per person or per couple. I look forward to seeing you on the web class. It's not for everybody. It's only for those of you who said, Khang, this is perfect. This is exactly what I'm looking for, man. Then I look forward to rock and roll with you on September 28th on a Saturday. All right, you guys, take care. Have a great rest of your day. And until next time, ciao.